welcome to the Billowing Hilltop podcast. This is Dan. I'm here with Graham.
Hi, Dan.
I run Burple Herpish, but I'm more interested in talking about Sessions Epa actually, because obviously he's the most rounded, best of the characters. And I wanted to ask you, Graham, how you came up with the concept.
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm not really sure.
Because normally what I do is I go, I want to start, here I've got this idea for this type of character that I want to run, and then kind of flesh it out as I go. But Sessions Epa seems so well-rounded and sort of thought through. In all honesty, in the way that we normally play, they're not normally quite that fleshed out.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I just wanted to try running a different kind of cleric rather than a Mr. President Healy bot, to do something that was a little bit different.
But did you know about the pantheon of gods before we started, or did you say I just want to do a sort of gambling cleric? And Mike said, "Well, here's."
Yeah, I wanted to do a trickster
Right.
cleric. So using the trickster, which then lent itself to misfortune when I spoke to Mike. And once you had that, then the gambling thing. And I think when we were looking at where we would start in wherever it is, I forget now.
It's not even star.
No, it's not even star. I was going to say even star. It's not. It's somewhere else.
It's so hopeless with name. But the other impressive thing is that you actually remember to bring it in when you're playing it. So I come up with an idea for a character, and then I completely forget, and it get immersed in the kind of the mechanics of the game. Whereas there's constant bits where you're kind of bringing in aspects of your god.
Yeah, to rename the spells, the same spells, you just give them a different title, and it feels like
yes, you've done some work.
Background, but
Burple actually is was quite an interesting concept. I thought I just haven't been playing it. It's I tend to like characters that are good in all situations. When you're exploring, when you're talking to people in a town, or when you're fighting. Turns out that Burple's actually really crap at fighting, and basically, I think the last 3 episodes.
It's lucky we've got the others.
This is true. But the last 3 episodes has ended up with him in trouble, on the ground, almost dead.
Like give Sessions something to do.
This is true. But I'm sort of getting a bit cavalier with Burple because I don't like him very much.
But that might drive him to find his place.
Yeah, I probably need to play more of the background. But Sessions is.
Of course, you could just offer everything in
Sorry,
song.
yeah. Well, there is that. Obviously, there's opportunities for lots of comedy
songs.
So, I mean, what do you think of the adventure? What do you think is going on?
Often I can't really remember what's going on.
Yeah, that's true. We're all equally hopeless.
But we do seem to be making progress, as far as I can see. Slow, somewhat random progress, which is good because I think we've had a bit of the old random decision making, fate intervening or misfortune intervening. So that seems to.
Well, I tend to try and second guess everything, and what I quite liked actually, I probably sound really pompous, but I quite like the fact that I'm wrong every time, because that means it's kind of nicely constructed. There's so many, we've done so many adventures where it's just like totally predictable. It's like, oh yeah, it's going to be that. Whereas this time it's like, well, it's not. It's never quite been the thing I thought it was, which I quite liked.
Yeah, no, it's great. And this time I've not really taken any notes. Normally I take a few notes, so I know what's supposed to be.
You take notes?
Yeah. I take the occasional note.
That's very organised. I never take any.
And I now have no clue.
Well, that's probably why I never have any clue about what's going on, because I never take any notes. I need to kind of rejig Burple because he's a bit crap, and I chose the wrong college, the wrong spells, the wrong everything, and I'm having to kind of rejig it. I think when he gets to 6th, he'll be kind of okay.
You got a new plan?
Yeah, I mean, actually, 5th he'll get improved invisibility, which is not a bad thing. Except now I've got this clinking, this armor that just makes a load of noise, so I have to kind of solve that problem. But at least, I had a massive armor class problem, which I've sort of fixed. Yeah. But he still doesn't do any damage. He's still kind of a bit weedy, but he can do some other stuff, just not enough. Bards in 3rd edition were really good. They could do all kinds of things.
All sorts.
Whereas they've kind of been nixed in 5e. But we'll see.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I really wanted to ask, because I was intrigued, because it kind of came out very well fleshed out, and I was quite jealous.
I would love to say that was planning and an excellent choice, but I think it's just evolved over time.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to try and evolve mine over time then.
Yeah, find a theme, I think.
Well, the theme is going to be just annoying songs, but that's a bit done with the bard, isn't it? You want to kind of find something a bit...
No, I think that could be brilliant.
Yeah, well, yes, maybe. I've got some ideas.
Excellent.
I think that's enough from us. Why don't we get on with episode 17, Lean on Me.
D&D.
D&D.
D&D. D&D.
All right, so
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome.
we're about to die.
Good evening, good evening, good
Doors.
evening. Indeed.
We're doomed. We're doomed. Doomed.
You say D&D, but then do you really want to actually play D&D? Because, you know.
We're doomed.
Where were we? We were at Cuthbert's Round. Now, let's have a little bit of chat about the situation. The Sitch. You'd fought your way into this kind of temple complex, the Temple of Bann Shivu, Queen Marshal of the Howling Horde. And you'd fought this kind of big beastie thing, this big giant boar, sort of flaming, crazed boar, which did absolutely nothing. And you have driven away, or rather freed or whatever, inadvertently, a bunch of cultists who seem more set on escaping than anything else. But one of them, Burple, persuaded to accompany you within the complex into this big chamber you'd opened up, which has got a giant statue in it and a sort of viewing gallery all around it. And she is Gorbag Spenge, the mother of Morklet Spenge. We aren't going to get into all of that, but she is somebody that you have had dealings with before. And she called out for Theldrek, who is apparently the kind of high priest of this temple or complex or whatever it is, begging for you to be admitted to their order because Burple had successfully persuaded her that you wanted to kind of join, although that seems a little implausible, but anyway, he rolled a very high number on his persuasion check. She called out to try and summon this high priestess person, and unsuccessfully, 2 or 3 of you piled into this sort of arena / statue chamber with Gorbags, and then at a certain point you heard a nasty laughing, a kind of and the doors to the chamber slammed shut, leaving Sessions and Parker outside in the corridors outside, and Cuthbert, Burple and Grimbold within this chamber. And a figure emerged from the shadows at the back of the kind of viewing gallery. It's 20 foot up, so there's no way you would have spotted this person in any case because the angle would have been wrong. But this person has emerged, this figure has emerged and has threatened you.
Guys, I think we want to get after her. We're in a kind of arena fight pit, which is likely to be a nightmare. I think we just want to ignore whatever's in there and take out her. I've been wrong basically a lot about this.
I'd just like to point out that this is Burple's fault.
That's my thinking. It is
It's
actually my
Burple's
fault. Yeah,
I could throw a thing from my Niggles of fireballs at her.
that's a good idea. Yes, might be worth testing her out. How many have you got?
I think I've 6 left.
So what have I got left? I've got 2 first level spells,
I might need
which
a
is
heal.
Heroism and Cure Wounds.
I need a heal.
Dissonant Whispers.
If I'm going to do it,
You need a heal.
Yeah, I'm
Well, I
on
guess I'll
half.
do nearly half. All right, I'll do one of those. I can also do Heroism, which gives you that extra D6 if you remember.
That'd be
But
nice.
I've only got 2 of those.
Okay.
I've got 2 of those, and I've got a Bardic. I've got two Bardic Inspiration left.
Okay. It might be interesting to see if we can get up to her level.
1 left. That's what I'm saying. We should try and get up to that level. But whatever happens, I think the statue might animate, and then it might be really good at climbing or something like that.
Yeah.
I think have I got mirror image running? Can anybody remember?
So the quicker we get up there, the better.
2 second level spells left. I don't know if one of them is a mirror image or not.
Well,
I've got like an action
what
surge
happens,
in
shall we?
second wind.
I can use one of my spells as a Cure Light. That's all I've got. We need to get Sessions and Parker in here as well.
Yeah.
How big are those doors?
How climbable are the walls up to the 20 foot up?
They look pretty smooth, those walls.
Right. So we're thinking
I mean-
DC 15 maybe?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Twice 20 foot up.
possibly
Twice,
more.
yeah.
Might be a bit tougher than that.
Oh.
18.
So we've got Sessions and
20.
this is going to be fun for me. Sessions and Parker are outside. Cuthbert, Burple, and Grimbold are inside. Theldrek, you presume it's Theldrek.
I shall destroy you.
And we will pick up the action with Cuthbert's round on 22.
Okay, just a bit more description on the room we're in. We've got a balcony around us,
Yeah.
a 5-foot balcony around us. Under the balcony,
Yeah.
the walls that we're facing,
Yeah.
is there anything on them at all?
No, the walls, I'll give you a quick description. So the chamber's long and wide, it's surrounded on 3 sides by a balcony perched 20 feet above the floor. 6 torches are equally spaced along the walls and they provide light in the room. The side opposite the large bronze doors, those are the recently closed doors, features a sizable viewing platform area with several ostentatious wooden chairs positioned to allow easy view of the chamber below. A huge statue of a humanoid clutching a glaive and a shield stands in the midst of the chamber. The floor is covered in sand. The walls around you are of smooth, polished rock. That is basically what you can see.
Does the balcony jut out, or do the walls go straight up? Is it like a ledge, or is it overhanging the floor?
No,
below?
it's an indentation. So as you can see from your
ledge.
map, you can see, yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't go underneath. Is what I'm saying.
No. So the level you're in is 60 foot by 40 foot, something like that. Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
You can see, Burple can see, and Cuthbert can see. Actually, all of you can see that the southwestern corner, the little gallery goes round and then ends in a dead end on its way towards the doors.
Yeah.
And that is what we have, and we will start with Cuthbert. What do you want to do, Cuthbert?
I think what I'm going to do is go and stand next to Burple because he's only about 15.
We
foot
want to
this
go
up.
after her, right?
Yes. But
I'll
I'm
follow
gonna-
you.
Yes, but I'm standing next to you so you can heal me.
But if
Well, I
you were
suppose-
to move up,
Can I
Further.
move up to-
you could get to the wall, and I could move up behind you and heal you.
Yes, I can make it. I can make all the way up the wall.
Nice.
That is my round.
And we move on to Parker. Now, Parker, you're outside, so all you know is that those doors have closed. And you consider here, I think, the just make out the sort of cackling voice, but not the words.
Well, I guess I'll stop trying to open the door I'm trying to open, go up to the other door, and well, is it magically closed? Has it got
I mean,
locks
that's a
on
difficult.
it?
That's a difficult thing for you to ascertain.
Well, all right. What I mean is, I'll start inspecting it, seeing has it got locks? Has it got something that I can try and pick?
There's the latch that Sessions opened, so it's like a flip catch that allows you to draw across a bolt. That bolt has slid into place. You must presume that that's something magical, and the latch has dropped to lock it off. But you don't know what would happen if you try and move the latch.
Well, I will try and move the latch.
It moves, freeing you to
Can I
try and to withdraw the bolt if you want to try.
Yes.
It doesn't
What do
move.
I have to do?
Well, you can give it a good welly, and it's not budging. It feels unnaturally firmly closed.
Right. Can I try and? I mean, is it some kind of very high strength check?
Might be.
Well,
You want to make an athletics
can-
check?
An athletics check. Okay. I'm just trying to have a look and see if I guess I'll get can I get like a quarterstaff and wedge it in there or something, or a dagger and use that as a,
As a lever.
something like a 10-foot pole. as a lever.
You could try. I mean, the problem is that you've got a bolt that's running between two loops. Yes, with a
Right.
at one end of it there is a handle. Yes, like the sort of standard bolt setup. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm presuming that you've grabbed the handle of the bolt and you've yanked at it to try and open it, and it's just not budging. Quite how you would be able to get purchase with any kind of lever, I'm not sure. But if you can describe how you might do it, I'm more than happy to allow it as a thing.
So what
Yeah.
I'm thinking is I can try something like with this loop, basically get some rope so that I can apply extra. If I can sort of tie some rope around it so that I can apply both hands and then steady. I push back on it somehow,
Something you were going to say it, but
something
you
like that.
Almost said it.
I mean, I think that sounds to me quite a kind of an organised thing to do. That you're not going to. You've moved up. You've had a look at the door. You've tried it. It didn't work. You've wellied at the bolt. It hasn't happened. You've kind of got a little bit of an action left.
All right. Well, then, first of all, just a brute force push. Try and
Right,
push the
got it.
bolt.
Yeah. So give me an athletics check.
Athletics check. 13. That's not
13
very good.
is not enough to move it, as you would probably guess. Let's go to Sessions, who's next. You're also outside. You're at the door, standing next to Parker.
Okay. It's some sort of athletics check to try and force the bolt.
You think so, yes. But it's just for absolute clarity, both attempts from Parker, there was not one minutiae of movement. There was no tiny. It wasn't like, oh, it's forgiving, but I haven't got quite strong enough. It was like, try to move a mountain. Doesn't mean it can't be done. I just don't want to underplay the difficulty of what you might be trying.
Metagaming here a little bit, I know, but Burple, what I've noticed is on the map, where you're standing, it looks like it may well be that there's another side door from the room that I was trying to get into. It's a bit difficult to describe, not on the map, but
you think there's
what I'm
something
wondering, Burple, there is if you see that there was another door there, then maybe that's something that you ought to shout out.
Haha, good point. Yes, what is that?
Because
Bit
maybe
of-
it might have more effects going round through the other door and then in.
Yeah, okay, just to
way.
be absolute clarity, there are no other doors at your level in the room. So even if you were to somehow be able to mind speak to Burple, Burple would have nothing to tell you about. Yeah?
Okay.
I think I'm going to resort to casting guidance on Parker,
Okay.
and then I'm going to move back towards the door that he was first trying to get through.
Yes, I
So
understand.
that gives me 1d6 on my next roll, right?
1d4, I think guidance is just a
Yes,
sloppy
D4.
cantrip.
Anyway, we can move on
Good.
to the bad guys, or the bad guys. So, first thing that happens is you hear a door open above Cuthbert. So, up in the region of this throne with this strange personage on it. You hear a kind of door, and you hear the kind of shuffling of kind of heavy creatures, and you hear these creatures approaching the ledge, and they stand looking down on you. They're going, zombie! Zombie! And they just stand there. They look like zombie, like lizard men, or some kind of scaly green kind of large creature, bigger than your average zombie. And they plod up to the edge of the viewing area, and they're looking down at you. That's all they do.
Yes.
And then the other thing that happens...
Two of them.
Two of them, yeah. One on either side, sort of flanking the throne area. And Theldrek tootles up to the edge, and she casts a spiritual weapon. A glaive is summoned out of nothing, and I'm going to learn how that spell works. Of course I know perfectly well. I just want to know where it appears and all that kind of rubbish.
Within 30 feet from memory.
It's in range 60 feet, and you can move it 20 feet or something, 30 feet ago.
As a bonus action on her turn, she can move it 20 feet, but it's got a range of 60 feet, so 12 squares. She summons it to appear next to Burple,
Correct.
and she can make a strike with it. And what she does, she makes a spell attack, hitting armor class.
Oh, it's a disaster. It's a critical fumble. The spell fails, or
And
she
she-
has to take a card.
And she falls over off the balcony.
She falls off the ledge.
Yeah. This is a narratively driven game where you guys really have to drive the story.
Grabs the zombie
Yeah,
while she does
That's
it.
that's the idea of D&D, isn't it? You know, you're empowered to drive the story with your narrative agency. So,
That's right.
and what you're saying is that she trips, falls down,
On her head.
lands on her head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or let's try something else, which is that doesn't happen. But instead, according to our convention, the one means that she's kind of not going to be able to do anything else this round, and that is extremely annoying.
Good.
She has a free act. Maybe she can't. Surely she can have a free action.
No. Oh, free action.
She shouts,
Join me, my priests of evil.
God.
and we move on to Burple's round.
Join me, my priests of.
Yeah.
Ominous.
All right, Paul.
Hundreds of little guys down the corridor
Dan.
suddenly come back running in our direction.
I'm sorry to jump in, but it's to your advantage. Cuthbert,
Yes.
when you zoomed up there, you should have got
Yeah.
a perception check. Make your perception check.
Okay. Thank you very much indeed. My perception. I will perceive by rolling 2 on the dice, getting a 6. Not
Okay.
brilliant.
Fine. So we can just
We'll
zoom
just
straight
move
on
on.
back to Burple.
You perceive your feet.
Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, I have a question for you.
Yep.
I'm thinking of moving to there and searching the wall,
Sure. Okay.
which seems a bit kind of as Lucas put it, metagamey. I don't want to kind of break anything
You
by
can
doing that.
You can do as you will.
Okay, so it might not
I don't judge. You might.
Might not actually be there. What do you
There
think,
might, be
guys?
an,
All
there
right.
might be an attack of opportunity on you from the spiritual weapon as we move away as well. Bear that in
Does it
mind.
get one?
Can't see why not.
I think you can attack with it as a bonus action.
You can move it as a bonus action. You make a melee attack against the creature within 5 feet of the weapon. That's it. I think Sessions has made the occasional attack of opportunity with his clashing coin, or whatever it is, sharpened coin of doom, whatever it's called.
Okay.
Crashing coin.
Crashing
Fair
coin.
enough.
Doesn't mean you can't do that, but I'm just.
Yeah, but it did get a 1, so obviously that's the end of it for this turn. So yeah, I'll fuck it. I'll move.
Okay. Well, it's going to have an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Hitting
Obviously
armor
got a 1.
class, rolling a 12, hitting armor class 18.
Yeah, that's plenty.
In which case you take the following force damage.
I'm immune to force damage.
Well,
Not
in
really.
that case, you
Not
won't
really.
need to write down the following amount, which is 11 points of damage.
11.
11 points of damage. Holy shit.
TPK.
Sorry, 9. My mistake, 9.
And I want to search that wall.
Okay, go for it. Roll an investigation check.
12.
12. You don't find any evidence of a secret door or anything like that. Burple, that's it. Is that you done?
I'm afraid so.
And we move on to Grimbold.
Right, I'm going to detach a bead from my negulas of fireballs and throw the bead.
Do it.
For some weird reason, I don't need to make a ranged attack. It's just they have to make a save.
Okay, so exactly where are you placing it? On the
Right.
on the platform.
Yeah, it's a 20-foot radius, so I don't know if we're using the radius, the ruler
I think
here.
you're going to
or-
get them within that, aren't you? Anyway, because 20-foot radius is 4 squares, right?
Yeah, I just don't want to get Paul.
Well, Paul is 20 feet below them,
Yeah, okay.
so that's not going to happen. If you drop the fireball onto the viewing platform, you'll get them, and you won't get Paul.
Okay, well, I'll target it between the.
Huh.
Yeah, I'll just 5 foot to the east of her.
5 foot.
It'll get all three. All
Yeah,
three
yeah,
of them.
got it. Yeah, fine. I
Okay,
understand. I can
so
see
they
where you're
need to make
placing it.
a dexterity save DC 15 for half
Okay.
damage.
DC 15. Blimey. Okay, so she rolls a. That's enough. 14 is enough.
Okay, so
These zombies are not going to have fantastic dexterity saves, as you can imagine. Rolling for the first one for the northernmost zombie is a fail, and for the 6, and for the southernmost zombie, it's a 13. It's still a fail. And so, what's the damage?
damage is 8d6. It's better than it used to be. 28 points of damage.
28 points of damage.
So
Okay.
half.
So, first things first, let's have a look at these zombies who both failed. Okay. So, the first one, they both look nastily scorched by that. They're still up, but they don't look very happy.
Still up. Bloody hell.
Yeah, they're still up, and they don't look, in trouble, but they were both kind of mightily singed.
You got any more of those, Johnny?
Yep,
Might need them.
I think you've got
Alright.
another 5.
I've got 5, yes.
And then she looks again. It's still not trivial. She looks a bit scorched. And I'm just going to do one other thing. I'm just going to make another saving throw for somebody else who you can't see.
The real boss.
Oh, 3.
3.
3. Okay, that is a fail. So that's 28 points of damage on that one, right? And so you hear a squeal and you hear a sort of thud.
Nice.
A squeal, human squeal?
No, no, like an orcish squeal.
Oh, like her sidekick or something.
Yeah, and you hear somebody shout at some kind of greater distance.
Garrus, no!
It sounded like a kind of
Oh.
female orcish voice, as you could tell from my brilliant. We're back to Cuthbert. It's your round, Cuthbert. You're standing 20 feet below this zombie.
Cuthbert is
You got a
going
bow?
to. No,
Got a blowpipe.
I've got a blowpipe.
Oh, when you start your round. No, okay, yeah. We'll make another perception check. I'm feeling generous.
Make another perception check. Right, I'm going to roll a perception check. And on the dice, I get a 7 for a total of 11. Once again, I have yet to roll above.
Let me have a quick look. That's not necessarily disastrous. I'm just going to have a quick look. No, okay. No, that's fine.
In which case, I'm going to move up next to Gorbags.
Yeah.
And that's a move, and I'm going to do a second wind. I'd like to.
Not running away, are you?
Well, yes. I've got no way of attacking them. I'm going to roll my second wind. Getting 6 points of healing.
So the bad guys, first things first, Theldrek, as a bonus action, moves her spiritual weapon. Yep.
Yeah.
And it will attack 1 to 3 Burple or 4 to 6 Cuthbert.
Here we go.
Here we go. 1 to 3 Burple, 4 to 6 Cuthbert, and I roll a 3. So it's Burple. And she rolls a 13. That is hits armor class 19.
I reckon.
Does it maintain with concentration, that spell?
Is it a concentration spell, Graham?
Yeah. Because she's taking a lot of damage.
Oh,
Johnny.
Haven't been playing 42 years for...
No, it's not a
Yeah.
concentration spell.
It's not a concentration spell.
So you've been playing for all that time, but absolutely no use whatsoever. So rolling the damage on Burple, this is not good. I appreciate this is really not good, but here we go. And the damage on Burple is a total of 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Okay.
Yeah. And the only other thing that happens in this round is that a figure pads out onto the viewing gallery. Looks like a priest, a female orc who's in sort of similar regalia to Theldrek, but looks less senior. Don't think I can put it more kind of obviously than that. And we move on to Burple.
Well,
heal yourself.
I am... What?
Heal yourself.
Yes, I'm going to do that, but I'm wondering about where to move. I'm going to move to the front of the door.
Yeah.
Tell me about the door from this side.
Giant bronze double doors. Other than that, they look relatively featureless.
Okay.
Give me an investigation check. Well, do you want to spend a bit of time looking at them? And in which case, give me an investigation check.
Well, I'm going to heal myself this round, so this is part of my move.
So a quick glance. Give me a perception check for a quick glance at the doors.
7.
7, no. So you don't spot anything obvious in terms of mechanisms or anything like
I'm
that.
going to do. I'll do a cure light on myself.
Okay.
What I can do.
And Grimbold, what do you want to do?
Come on.
I'm going to, throw another fireball.
Up on the top again. Yep.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, DC 15 reflex
DC
save.
15 saving throws. Okay. Starting with Theldrek herself. She's got a decent save. She rolls a... she rolls a 16 and saves. The two zombies with lousy saving throws. Northernmost zombie fails. Southernmost zombie... Oh, hello. That might be a success with an 18. Amazingly, my zombie... Dexterity saves is... Yeah, that's a save. Excellent. And then the new priest rolls a fail.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay, so how much damage is that?
Damage is 26 points of damage.
26
well done.
points of damage. Okay, so 26 points of damage. The new priest is burnt to a crisp.
Toast. Actually, Johnny.
That wasn't me.
That's
The
me.
southernmost zombie looks seriously bloodied. Yep.
Yep.
The northernmost zombie, who takes an extra 13, if I'm right. Yep.
Yes.
Looks significantly wounded but less bloodied. And Theldrek herself takes another 13. She is looking... You've scorched her, but she's not looking in any serious trouble.
Really? Shit.
Really. Well, she's saved twice, so you've done 20-something points of damage on her in total. Yeah?
Right.
Cuthbert.
Sorry, I'm going to make another attempt to hide behind the statue.
Right.
It as a move.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yeah, you can make a stealth check to hide, yeah.
Or is that an action?
Do you want me to find out for you?
Trying to hide?
Give me a second.
I'll roll it anyway. Doesn't matter, I failed anyway.
You failed anyway. Okay, good. I think that it says make a dexterity stealth check when you attempt to conceal yourself from enemies, slink past guards, slip away without being noticed, or sneak up. I think it's... I don't know. I don't know what the rule is where
normal movement.
Yeah, I would have said you probably... I mean, I think it's quite difficult for you to hide, as in for somebody to not know you were there at all. You've just thrown a little bead of fireball from where you were. I think that you can...
It's
I don't
just
think you need...
hobbits are naturally stealthy.
Well, yeah, I know.
can get
I think
cover.
we can say that you're successfully taking cover. Yes.
Yeah.
Even if they know that you're there, they can't directly see you. But that you don't need to make a stealth check for that. Okay, that was Grimbold, so we move on to Cuthbert.
Cuthbert, I think, is going to run up to the wall at the north, immediately north of him, about 20 foot away.
So one of the side walls as you're going into the chamber, yep.
Yeah. And he's going to attempt a climb check.
Okay, well, first of all, there's an attack of opportunity on you from the spiritual weapon.
Okay.
She rolls a 2, hopeless, misses. Yep. Then what do you want to do?
And then he's going to roll a climb check. So he's trying to climb up basically. Rolling a d20. He rolls a 15 on the dice, getting a athletics of +2, so we're getting a 17.
17 is not enough to progress, I'm afraid.
Holy moly.
It's a tough climb.
Did you take an attack of opportunity?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we move on to Parker. But Cuthbert, when you run up to there, make a perception check.
Oh, thank you. All right, so I'm going to roll a d20, getting a 13 plus perception of 4, which is 17 in total.
Okay, 17 is a good roll. You notice something. It's as you're running up and you're taking in the view around you, you catch a glimpse of the statue. Yeah.
Yeah.
And on the other side of the statue from Grimbold, just looking quickly back at where Grimbold is tucked to one side, and you can see the side flank of the statue. Yep. You think you can see, perhaps on the side of the statue facing towards the viewing gallery, there does seem to be some kind of area of instability, perhaps a crack or something, in the plinth in the base of the statue.
Okay, so, I mean, as if it's all around the statue, as if the statue...
No. So Grimbold's side seems fine.
Yeah.
You would have spotted it more straight on if you'd glanced at it when you were right up against the viewing gallery. But, so at a rather acute angle, but with a 17, I'm being nice. You think you can see just the beginnings of, and you look at the flank of the statue, as you turn the corner towards the side facing towards the viewing gallery. You think that side of it, there may be some sort of crack or instability, where the plasterwork has broken away or the stonework has broken away. You don't know how far it extends, but you can see the beginning of it from where you are.
Okay, and that's where, at the base of the plinth, where it joins the floor.
Yeah. We're about halfway up the plinth. But the plinth is only a kind of 2-3 foot affair, and then the statue is like 20-something feet high.
Okay, all right.
That's it for you. So Burple. No, I'm sorry, not Burple. Parker.
Burple, can you free action? If you've got something in mind, you can surely say it through the door,
I
right?
don't have anything in mind.
Oh, okay.
Well, that was a brilliant conversation through the door, though. Absolutely brilliant.
Have you got any ideas? No.
Yeah, no.
Have you? No.
Okay, I'm going to have one attempt bashing the door I'm trying to open.
You'll never do it. Never do
Or
it.
there's the door to the south of you, but I just,
Right, I am going to ready an action to hit this thing as soon as Sessions casts guidance
Got it.
on me.
Okay, so Sessions.
I'm going to drift off somewhere else.
Cast guidance on himself.
No, I will stroll over to Parker. I will lay the blessing of misfortune on him, casting guidance, and
Yeah.
then I shall
okay.
stroll back to my vigil by the door.
By the other door. Yeah, got
By
it.
the other door. Yeah.
Yeah, the other, maybe not DC 30 door. And Parker, it's your moment to shine.
Right, so, okay, first of all, the hit.
Yeah. Oh dear. Swing the mace.
Swing and a miss.
Miss the thing, and therefore.
It might be more advantageous now to roll your d4 at this point.
Oh.
If you get 3 or 4, then you hit and you add a d6 to the next roll, which you would get.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the d4's lost, isn't it?
Coaching, but I'll allow it.
Oh, you can't get 30 on the next roll, so unless you...
10.
10 is a hit.
So that's
Okay,
a
so you
hit.
now roll a d6, which you're going to add to your athletics check. It's not going to be enough, is it?
It's not going to be
It's
enough, is
gonna
it? No.
Not
No,
really enough.
it's not gonna happen. Okay, I think we can move on. That was a bit of a disaster. Well, not a disaster. Well, it was a disaster. Okay, the bad guys. First of all, Sessions and Parker, can you both give me perception checks, please?
Perception... 15.
15 is enough for you, Sessions, to hear the telltale sound of the ratchet of the lift mechanism start to click into action.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Burple.
Yes.
Theldrek is going to try and strike you with this
Sure she's not
spiritual
gonna
weapon.
go.
No, I'm just trying to get this right with this spiritual weapon. So each round,
Yes, it's
yeah. So
correct.
she
Bonus
attacks.
action.
She attacks
It's
with a
correct.
bonus action. So with this bonus action, she's going to have a pop at Burple, rolling a 10, hitting armor class 16.
Here's a hit.
Oh dear, this isn't good. Doing the following damage, doing another 9 points of damage. Jesus Christ!
Like,
She goes,
Soon you shall all be destroyed.
yep.
And then what she's going to do is she is going to do something else. She is going to cast another spell. A spell that she casts belongs to me. Okay, yeah, she casts a spell seemingly on herself. Yeah.
Cure light wounds.
And then the other thing that happens is that seeing that you're going to try and climb up, this zombie starts working its way around. Zombie! He's right at the top there near you now.
It's quite speedy.
It's quite
Very
speedy.
speedy.
The other one's staying in place. Doesn't look very well, that one, of course, but doesn't look as wounded as the southern zombie. The southern zombie is staying in place, though. And we move on to Burple.
Now, I have 2 spells. Well, I have 1 spell left, but a choice of 2 spells.
Yes.
I can heal myself, or I can try and shoot it.
Heal yourself.
If I shoot it, I've got one thing. I could do an extra 2d6. I'm not going to kill her, but I might damage her. But I'd be
Heal
doing it at... I think I'm rolling at disadvantage because it's long range.
I'd heal you.
Yeah.
How wounded are you?
I have 2 hit points left.
It's a big gamble then, the offensive option.
Well, the defensive one is probably not going to keep me up. It's... I went down to 4 and then I healed myself she's been rolling 2 and 3. I'll do a cure light on myself.
Oh, that's a
Hey,
better roll.
7. That's a better roll.
Okay, so you can survive another round, you think? Right.
Cuthbert. What Cuthbert wants to
Yeah.
do is he wants to, having seen this crack, I want to scurry on over and investigate further.
You think there is a crack that runs all the way around the face pointing towards the viewing gallery that points towards Theldrek.
Yes.
The net effect of that is for there to be a vulnerability there that you're not quite sure how much force it might take to tip the statue over against that crack.
Is it tall enough to reach the top of the thing if it was top?
How high is the plinth?
You think the statue is almost exactly tall enough to crash into the viewing gallery.
It's like Uncharted.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to therefore take the action to go round the other side, and I'm going to do my action search
Oh!
to give it a good old push.
Let's have a look.
This is where it all goes horribly wrong.
Okay, well, you need to make an athletics check.
Athletics check. Okay, I'll make an athletics check. Adding 2 to the d20, and I am rolling. Hey, getting a 19. Rolling 17 on the dice, getting a 19.
That is enough. And the statue goes, and it totters a bit. And it collapses over, spanning the gap between the base and the viewing gallery and crashing into the edge of the viewing gallery, forming a kind of bridge. If you like. I'm going to roll a dexterity save for Theldrek because it's going to land pretty much in a square where she's in. I've got the idea of a DC. Ooh, that's not good. 3. Even with her decent dexterity save, I think she's hit by that. Let me think of an amount of damage that would be... I think I'm going to call it falling damage. It's the equivalent of falling damage, yes?
Yeah.
Pinned under the statue?
Say what?
Pinned under the statue.
Let's work out the damage first. So, effectively, we're going to call that a 25-foot fall. Yep. Anybody know the rules for falling damage? Is it a d6 per 10 feet?
D6 per 10, I think.
Okay, so she's going to take 2 d6 damage.
Some of them's free, I think.
It's 25 feet. So let's give you guys the benefit of the doubt. And so we're going to roll 2d6 damage, not exactly, earth-shattering amount of damage. Doing 10 points of damage on her,
That's not bad.
and she squeals in fury at that.
You see, Johnny, that's how you do it. I mean, admittedly, Johnny's been taking out everybody.
Yeah. So the statue collapses down and crashes against the viewing gallery, and it lands a solid blow on Theldrek. We're going to see whether or not she's going to be impeded by that when the time comes. Yeah, but that was a fantastic round from Cuthbert. And Parker, it's your round. Parker, you hear a crash on the other side of these doors. And you react with just absolute, astonishment, as we can tell. You can hear the energy in Parker's voice.
Yeah.
You've got to build up your energy to have another go at the door.
No.
How about the door on the south side?
Isn't Sessions trying to hit that one?
Yeah, although it might be a way to get in here, it's also going to end up open up a second front because we're going to have to probably have a fight with the guy who's on the other side.
True.
I don't know, or he's just happens to have run away and he's not an enemy, but all right, okay. I will go back to the
Other door.
other door on the south
Yep,
side.
on the south side of it. Yep.
And if I remember, although this was last week, we established that it was locked.
Which
And
you
we tried to pick it.
successfully picked it.
Oh, did we?
Mhm.
But then we tried to open it, and the opening didn't.
It was
Work
wedged
to get
shut with something.
wedged.
You made an
Right.
athletics check that was not spectacular.
Okay, so I'm going to now do the athletics check on that to see if I can force this door open.
Okay. Yep.
Hang on, need
Not going to wait for sessions and the guidance or anything like that.
Sessions. Have you got another guidance?
It's a cantrip. I can do it every round.
Right. Would you be prepared to do it?
Oh, why not? So we can
Or
do
did
something.
you want to do something else?
No, I'm quite happy. Let's open another front up and
Okay.
we might be able to do something.
I will delay an action to force the door as soon as Sessions
Yeah, got it.
does the guide.
Okay, so let's move on to sessions.
Okay, I plant the luck of misfortune on Parker by bestowing him with another coin.
Yeah.
All right. So my athletics check.
Oh, and it's a 21, which is enough, and you burst the door open.
Brilliant.
Well done. And that door springs open, and you can see. You're gonna love this.
Do his
A
eyes light
secret
up?
passage into the other chamber.
No. Instead, what you do is you reveal a passageway heading south that ends in another door leading off to the east at the end. So the passageway runs 35 foot south, and then you would turn left to go through a door at its end, but the door is
Stairs up
closed.
to the gallery.
Could do, yeah. Stairs up. It's probably worth trying.
Right, over here. These things are not going well for my person here. It's very annoying. Okay, the zombie doesn't know what to do. It just stands around being stupid. Gorbag Spenge goes,
My mistress,
and I'm wondering where her voice comes from. Where's that voice? God. Gorbag Spenge goes, my mistress, oh no, what have you done? And sort of rends her garments, gnashes her teeth, and pulls her hair. But there's nothing really kind of practical that she can do to get in your way. Theldrek, I think she needs to make a not particularly difficult athletics check to free herself. Rolling a 6. I don't know that is going to be enough. I think, though, that at disadvantage, she can attack with the spiritual weapon. At disadvantage. So the first roll, this is against Burple, rolls an 11 for armor class 17. And the second roll, rolling at disadvantage, rolls that's a 9. That's going to be enough. Sorry about that. And the damage is 10 points of damage.
Go back to 2.
Back to 2 is not good. And it is in fact Burple's round.
Burple is going to take the disengage action
In a calculated move. Where's he moving to? Oh, okay, yeah. To the
north
other side of the room.
Yes.
Yeah. Grimbold.
Right, I'm going to do I've got 2 second level spells left, so I'm going to cast a Chromatic Orb as a second level spell
On her?
on her.
Okay.
So what do I need to do?
It's a spell attack, is it? Was it a saving throw or is it a spell attack?
It's a spell attack.
Okay,
Plus
I'm going to
5.
deny her dexterity bonus to armor class. Yep.
Okay. Be fair. Do I want to
Mhm.
be fair? I think she's prone, which means she's actually got advantage for a range attack.
Well, no, that would be you rolling at disadvantage.
Yeah, because
But she
she's on
can't
the
move.
ground.
But then on the other hand, let's call it a wash. She can't. She's pinned, right? I'm going to remove her dexterity bonus. I think just take a standard roll.
All right. Well, I'll move up a bit anyway.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's +5 on this roll. 11 plus 5 is 16.
So 16. That is a miss. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is.
No fair. No fair.
Well, she's got a pretty serious armor class, and even with the dexterity removed, she's in pretty good nick. Okay, Cuthbert.
If Cuthbert was to run up
Mm-hmm.
to the top of the statue,
It's a pretty straightforward move. It's difficult ground. Yep.
all right. So I will move. So I'll be balancing on the statue next to her.
And we'll go back outside the room to Parker, who is staring down this mystery southern corridor.
Right. Well, I'm going to move down this corridor to the door
Yeah.
at the southern end of the corridor.
It
and
opens.
open it.
First thing that you can see is you've got a corridor heading off in the same direction as the main room, so heading off to the east, with a door at the end of it. But it looks like it seems to open out just before that door. Yeah. And the other thing that you can see, just before you get to that point, is that there's a little set of stairs running up to your left.
Woohoo!
Yes.
That's you done. And Sessions?
I'll follow Parker down the corridor, and I can get to there and do what I can
Okay,
see.
so what you can see from there is you can see clearly that you're looking into a chamber lying off to the east of you, yes?
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of stools tucked off, one to each side, and you can just make out to your right, so on the southern wall of the chamber, it looks like there's some kind of tapestry on that wall, and it looks like that tapestry depicts Bann Shivu as you understand her to look. The staircase that you can see to your left runs up 20 foot. At its top, you can see what looks like it flattens out into some area that you must speculate, based upon your understanding of things, must be this viewing gallery.
Yep,
Yep.
that's me done.
Okay, and then we move back to the... All right, she is going to try and free herself with an athletics check, Cuthbert. Yeah.
Yep.
Before she tries to attack. Oh, Jesus, rolls a 2.
That's what we like to see.
Fails to do so. So she's going to take a swing at you with her glaive. Because she's impeded, she's going to be attacking at disadvantage.
Yep.
She's going to make a decision. She's got a bonus action that she can use for an extra attack on you, or she can use that bonus action to control and move the... I don't know whether or not she can see well enough. So I think she's going to use that bonus action on you, because I don't think she can see her own spiritual weapon from where she is.
Okay.
So the first attack on you at disadvantage hits armor class 20, but the second roll is a 20. So that's a hit on you. Yep. The 20
Yep.
is discounted, and that does the following damage.
Mm-hmm.
She rolls a 10, and she does 13 points of damage with that first attack.
Holy moly.
And then the second attack, her bonus action at disadvantage. First roll is an 8, is a 14.
Miss.
So she's a miss for the second one. You're spared. And we move on to Burple.
Well, Burple. So, what is her situation? Is she standing or is she?
No. She is down. She's recumbent. She's sort of crouching. Her cloak is caught under the head of the statue. It doesn't look like it's an incredibly difficult thing to do, but she can't seem to summon the strength to either rip it clear or rip the cloak and free herself. So she's slightly sort of crouching, slightly down, slightly stuck, and attacking at disadvantage.
Okay, I've just got cantrips left. I've got the thunderclap. I'm going to work. Got a hand crossbow, so I could shoot that. Can I see that zombie guy?
Yeah, but he's got cover. He's a big creature. He's a big unit. You're looking straight up a sheer wall at him, and you can see enough of him kind of protruding to get a shot at it, but he's got cover.
Got cover. Well, I may as well have a shot then.
Or you could, if you were to move back, but then you'd move towards the spiritual weapon. I see your problem. Yeah. The further away from the wall, the less cover he gets, obviously.
Right. Oh, but I could. Yeah, I've got range. You see, it's 20 foot up, and I've got a 30 foot range.
Ah.
Okay. Well, I'll move 5 foot away from the wall, shoot him with my enormous weapon.
Yep.
Which does, where is it? Here you go. Hits on class 18.
18 is a hit, a solid hit.
18 hits, and I may as well use my psychic blades, which does an extra 2d6. So
Okay.
it does basically 3d6 plus 1.
Okay, go for it.
So I'll do 3d6 and I'll add 1 to this. 11 points.
11 points of damage. Well, that's pretty good. It doesn't look very happy about that. I mean,
And-
it's not the 35. It's not in fireball territory, but it's definitely wounded it.
That's all I can do. And then I'm going to move this way.
Got it. And we move on to Grimbold. What do you want to do?
I'm moving up the statue to stand next to Cuthbert, behind Cuthbert, and I'm going to do a mirage.
And it's Cuthbert.
Cuthbert can move, attack, and move, can't he?
Mm-hmm.
So Cuthbert is going to move there. He's
Yeah.
going to do his attacks, but hitting first with the short sword, rolling
7.
plus 6, a 13.
30's not enough.
And then he's going to roll with his rapier.
Mm-hmm.
He's just
Dear.
so crap. And then he's going to do
Sound really
a-
concerned, Mike. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then he's going to move round there,
Okay.
round the gallery just a little bit
Well, she might get a swipe at you if you do that.
at disadvantage.
At disadvantage, but she will get a swipe at you, yeah.
Well, she'll get a swipe at me anyway.
Okay, fair enough. You're going to go for it? She takes that reaction, that swipe. First roll is a 16 rolled off to 3. Second roll is a 12. That's armor class 18. That's going to be a hit.
Yes.
I'm afraid for a further 8 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay.
Medic!
Yeah. Okay. And it's time for sessions.
Okay, I'm going to peg it up the stairs and
Yep.
along the gallery towards towards Cuthbert, and that's as far as I can get with my little short legs.
And that's it. You're done.
Scurrying along.
I'm
Okay.
done. That's all I can do. Move to there.
Theldrek is going to try and free herself with an athletics check. She rolls an 18, so she successfully does so. She frees herself from the statue, and she can move up to Cuthbert, but she can't have an attack because that would be an action for her to free herself. She's.
And now you will die.
And I'm like, yes, quite probably.
And we move on to Burple.
Well, at least you're honest.
At least you're honest. Nice.
I mean, you know, we all know what's going on here.
Yes. I'm about to die.
Burple will move to So I'm moving closer to the guy where I shot it from last time. So 5 away from the wall, but I'm moving closer to it, and then I can move back again.
Yeah.
Once I've shot at
Mhm.
it.
So you're shooting the zombie.
Yeah. So I'm trying to avoid the disadvantage roll. So that hits armor class 23.
Ooh.
It's a critical hit.
It's a critical. Now, Burple. Thanks for coming.
Oh well, I'll take a card.
Are you going to gamble, Burple?
How wounded is it then?
It looks more than half. It looks solidly bloodied. I think
Yeah,
the
I
thing
think
is,
it is.
bearing in mind with the gamble, you've got to roll a standard hit to take that card. Yeah,
And it's just a normal hit if I don't.
that's exactly right. Yeah.
A standard hit. I don't know what armor class this thing is. So.
They're not very high, remember.
But I'm rolling at +3, so the chances are not good to take the card. But the card will. Or I can just take double damage.
Yeah, you just take double damage.
It's double damage dice, isn't it? So 2d6 plus 1, which is an enormous 8 points of damage.
8 points of
certified
damage.
by the International Damage Council. 8 points de damage sur la tête de la monstre.
Yeah. Okay.
Tu l'as
It's looking.
frappé
Well, it's looking.
avec ma +1 hand crossbow.
You have.
Il est mort?
Pushed it. You've pushed it. No, il est mort déjà.
Oh, déjà?
Il est un mort, whatever it is.
Ah, d'accord. Je comprends.
But you have pushed it further towards the threshold between undeath and actual death.
Quel dommage. All right, I'll move back to where I was.
Okay, so you're moving to tuck yourself back up underneath the gallery. Yep.
Yeah.
And now it's time for Grimbold. Now,
Right.
Grimbold's got a
Grimbold
decision
is
to make.
fast and efficient, so he's going to move up to the statue onto the viewing gallery
Mm-hmm.
and edging a bit further towards the woman.
Yeah, you can see that door. Yeah, Grimbold, just so that it's clear, there's a door there that's open. Yep.
No sounds coming out of it.
No, nothing.
Okay.
From
I'll
from your vantage point, I better be absolutely crystal clear because it's not fair if I'm not.
Yeah.
Cuthbert kind of saw this too, but he's probably not been particularly relevant to Cuthbert.
Not paying attention.
Well, more that you were running around, but so Grimbold, from your vantage point, you can see that with that door open, that there's what looks like a little short corridor or a landing, and then you can see stairs going down.
Right. I'm going to go closer towards this evil priestess.
Yep.
I'm going to do a firebolt.
At her.
Roll d20 add 5, so I roll a 3, plus 5, it's 8, it's rubbish. And then I'm going to interact with one object, which draw my +1 dagger.
Okay. Nobody argue about this +1 dagger.
It's mine.
Cuthbert. Stop fighting now. Be
I
like,
didn't roll
that's
for
my
it.
dagger.
as soon as you
Where did you get that from?
as soon as you take it out, it's like everybody stops fighting. She's like,
What? Can't you sort this out between yourselves? Did we roll for that? No, come on! We were just getting into this.
Surely you could have done this.
Surely you could have organised this before.
Wait a minute. I could do the disengage, but to do so, then I'd move away, then I'd leave sessions very, very, very exposed. So,
Well, Parker and Sessions are still yet to go.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to move past Sessions.
I
in the
think I'm
next
going to
round.
die, but I'm going
Have fun
to
with that.
have...
Disengage, and then I can go because I can actually move into your square if you disengage.
All right,
So I can. Get
I
an
will
attack.
disengage, and I will go and stand behind Sessions.
Okay, so you're running along the gallery and through Sessions' square, as it were,
Yep.
and standing behind him with Sessions in between
Yep.
you and her. Okay.
Yep.
Yep. Got it. And then it's Parker.
Right. Well, Parker will, as I said,
Move action to there, right up to her.
She's like, "Ugh, who are you? You're a fellow orc. Join us."
Make a wisdom save.
So, first of all, the shillelagh.
It's not good.
Hitting arm class 11. No. And then the unarmed strike 23,
That's a hit.
doing 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. I mean, that's not very much damage. But I mean, you know, it all adds up, doesn't it? You know. She goes, and it's Sessions' round. Can Sessions do something?
Sessions.
Heal?
Yeah, I thought maybe we'd try and kill her first.
Okay.
That's you told.
Crushing coin?
Well, yeah, I was just wondering whether this spiritual weapon.
Well, she's last round. She didn't use the bonus action. That's my bad. But yeah, she's not been in a position to see her own spiritual weapon so far and who it can attack.
yeah,
she's
she's
been
got
trapped
hers,
down
yeah.
on the.
Been 6 rounds by my reckoning. Not that I'm, counting down or anything. Monitoring really closely how long that thing's got left.
Not that you aren't making little chalk marks on the wall.
Carefully with my ruler measuring out how far away from it I am.
Egg timer.
Just running around going 1,000, 2,000.
Why don't characters carry little egg timers with them?
Yeah, they
You'd
should.
have thought.
Yeah, no brainer.
Bonus action, Mike, summon the spiritual weapon, the crushing coin, and
Oh,
send it careering at her.
My own powers used against me.
Spell attack, isn't it?
yeah. She's wearing sort of. You think that effectively it's sort of stylized, made out of leather plates with metal plates, as it were, affixed. It's like it's effectively like half plate or something. But yeah.
Take that,
Holy
20.
shit!
It's Pirate 20.
That's 25 to hit.
Right, 20 Sessions. Thanks for coming down, family in the audience. Do you want to take that double damage, Sessions, or would you like to gamble for a potentially life-changing amount of damage?
No, I'm going to just take the double damage.
He's taking the damage, ladies and gentlemen. Can't blame him.
It's-
He's not taking the damage yet.
That's 15 plus 3, 18.
18 points of damage. She didn't like that one bit. Okay, yeah, she's looking pretty mashed up, actually.
Right, and I'm wondering, is that just a bonus action?
Did you have to cast the spell, or did you move it? Because you
The
could
spell
bonus
is a bonus action. It's a little bit ambiguous.
It is, well, casting time is one bonus action, so that is a bonus action. Yeah.
Then I'll toll the dying on her as well.
Oh, Sessions. Okay, go for it.
Wow.
So she needs to make a a wisdom save DC 13. which
Okay,
she'll probably
I'm
make.
going to forewarn you now. Yeah, her wisdom save is quite tasty. But let's have a quick look.
And he's rolling a blue dice.
And I'm rolling the blue dice, of course. Okay, her wisdom save is. Ooh, what's the DC?
Only 13.
13.
She's going to make this, but here we might as well find out. Rolling. Yeah, she makes it for the 14. She absolutely aces that save. Okay, and it's her go.
You want to know what's really pants? What I've just discovered. I didn't realise I have savage attacks, which allows me to, if I do a critical, an extra
Yes.
die of damage on top.
Oh dear.
And I forgot.
So you wouldn't get me making that kind of mistake. It's not like I missed anything this combat.
Well, at least I'm willing to admit
Cuthbert and Sessions, in fact, kind of all of you, I suppose, although there's the sort of sound of, well, there's not really the sound of combat going on. You hear something from back down the stairs that Sessions and Parker have just run up. Yeah. You hear the sound of a door opening and slamming, and you hear running feet. Not running feet, that would be ridiculous. Running people. You hear the sound of feet.
Getting louder or quieter?
Getting louder, but not getting... getting a little bit louder, but not that much
Imminently
louder.
loud.
Yeah, not imminent. Thank you, Dan. Not imminently loud. And she is going to strike against Parker with the glaive of power. Her first attack Hold up. She's got the bonus action. She could either use it to move her spiritual weapon. She can move the spiritual weapon, but I think she can only move it 20 feet, which means that she can't attack Burple.
No.
And because it's at ground level, I don't think
Yes.
she can attack
We're 20 foot up.
Cuthbert either, because he's 20 foot up. So 20 and along and 20 up is more. I don't know what the hypotenuse of the square of the what's it is, but I'm not Euclid, am I? So she is going to use her bonus action to have a second attack on Parker. But the first attack, that's the important one. Here we go. Attacking Parker, rolls an 18. Hits armor class 24, smashing Parker in the face with the glaive, doing the following damage. Here we go. This is not much fun here. Well, it's fun for me, obviously. Rolling a
Oh,
1.
joy.
Rolling a 1 for
Rolling a
4
1.
points of damage on Parker. And then the bonus action, she strikes again and rolls another 18, hitting armor class 24 again, and the same damage again. And she does, this time, she rolls it's only a 4 for another 7 points of damage.
How are you feeling, Parker?
Not great. And we move on. We move on to Burple.
Well, Burple is going to do the same thing again.
This is what you get when you are treacherous to your race, you little green, funny-eyed, pointy bastard.
So I'm going to shoot the zombie again, step out, shoot the zombie, step back in again, hitting on plus 16.
Here's a hit.
Marvellous. I'll just move myself back as we're clear that's what I'm doing. And it does an enormous amount of damage. It does
5 points of damage.
5 points.
5 points of damage. Well, you're chipping away at it.
Point de damage as officially recognised.
By the Conseil International de Damage.
Oui.
The Fédération, the FDI. Okay, and it's Grimbold. Grimbold, can you do this? I mean, she's looking vulnerable. She's not looking death's door, but she's looking like, you know.
I'll move up and then I'll stab her with a couple of daggers. Move up, taking my other dagger out as I move up. So I've got one in each hand.
Yeah, here we go.
And then right, so the first one is +1 dagger. It's rolling a +6 onto this, which is a 12.
The miss
+5 onto this, which is a 19.
is a hit.
Hurrah! And I do 1d crap.
1d crap.
1d4, I'm afraid.
Do 1d crap.
1d crap. It is 1d crap. 2 points of damage. Is she dead?
She totters, but somehow manages to gather herself. Yeah, she just.
I'll kick her in the shins.
Rare.
Ow! Ow!
I hate you.
Yeah,
Bite your legs off.
that's it.
Cuthbert.
Fast and rubbish.
Cuthbert can't do anything in terms of her because he can't get to her.
True.
So Cuthbert is going to go further along the corridor to the top of the stairs where
Yeah.
the other guys came up and keep an eye on
Okay,
what's
well, you
going
can
on
see
there.
something, Cuthbert, if you do that.
Stairs.
You can see that there is a tiefling cultist. Remember the tiefling guards that you
Yeah.
originally fought? Right.
He was the guy that ran
Yeah,
away, right?
but there are 3 of them.
Close the door. Close that door.
Okay.
But they are heading out. Yeah. As you get to the top,
Okay.
the one that you kind of catch at the bottom of the stairs, there's one behind him further into the complex, and there's one that's nearer the door and on his way out, back out through the door that Parker just opened. Yep.
Yep.
And you kind of catch them. They're on their way out. They're kind of heading out. He looks at you like, you know that scene in Saving Private Ryan where
Yes.
Ryan is running down the stairs with ammo, I think, to help the others.
That's right.
And he
Yes, I
he
remember.
comes across a kind of German sort of stormtrooper guy on the stairs, and they just look at each other,
Yeah.
and it's like, why don't we just pretend we haven't seen each other? He gives
Yes.
you that look. He looks like, we're on our way out. You're not going to bother us, are you? He doesn't say it, but that's what he's communicating to you.
I wave him by.
Okay, and so we move on to Parker.
Right. Well, I will just basically bop this woman. It's a 19.
19 is a hit.
8 points of damage.
Yeah, okay. She doesn't
And
like that
then
very much.
The unarmed strike,
Mhm.
hitting armor class
It's a
13.
miss, I'm afraid.
Okay.
8 points of damage is not insignificant in terms of the number she's got left. You really feel like you're making progress. Is that it for you?
Yes.
So we move on to Sessions.
Okay, Sessions will swing the crushing coin back towards her.
Yeah.
Missing.
Rolling a 4.
And that's the bonus action, and then that's his action. He will toll the dying again.
And she rolls a 14. She saves, I'm afraid.
Okay, so that was a completely ineffective but fast round.
Sorry. And then it's her. And she's going to attack either Parker or Grimbold. 1 to 3, she goes for Parker. 4 to 6, she goes for Grimbold. And she rolls a 2. She goes for Parker. And she has attack. She doesn't get a bonus action attack with an extra attack, but she still rolls a 15. So that hits armor class 21. So that is definitely a hit, I'm afraid to say. And you take the following damage as recognized by the international. Oh my goodness, 12 points of damage on Parker.
Right. Well, that puts me on 0, but my relentless endurance means I'm now on 1 hit point.
Okay.
Because we all know orcs have relentless endurance, and half orcs. Something that you might want to bear in mind. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And Burple.
Well, Burple's going to do the same thing again. Move out, shoot, move back.
Yeah.
Hit this time, hitting.
So just a quick point, Burple. Why are you not shooting?
Because of the range.
Yeah, come and shoot her.
Because of the range.
But you could
Zombies
clamp.
not
I'm sorry, but the dice.
Reduce-
I'm sorry, but the dice is rolled. I mean, the point
dice
you
is
can
rolled.
make separately.
Hitting armor class
Oh,
18.
you hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hit.
I'm hitting really well, but
Yeah.
obviously when I try to think how I'm going to miss, that's 3 points of damage.
You're chipping away at this thing, Burple.
Yeah, slowly.
And it's just standing there because it doesn't really know what to do because it's got, well, it's going to come, mate, you think, I don't know, it's been a bit dumb. But you're chipping away at it, but it's all, slightly kind of small change.
Yeah.
Grimbold?
Right, I'm going to attack with the +1 dagger. So
Yeah.
it's +6 on this roll, so I roll a 1.
Oh,
Which is actually quite good because I'm a hobbit, which means I get to re-roll. Naturally lucky, I can re-roll 1.
Oh.
Oh,
Yes.
good.
So I re-roll it.
Yeah.
And actually, this kind of half lightfoot hobbit gets to re-roll on a 4 as well. And the other dagger, I roll I think it was +5, wasn't it? 18.
18 is a miss. I'm very sorry to
Oh dear,
say. Dearie me, that's not good.
not looking good. Not looking
Cuthbert,
good.
what are you going to do?
I've no idea.
Help!
These tieflings are like, you don't bother us, we won't bother you. That seems to be
Get
their-
your
Yeah.
blowpipe
Have you
out.
got
I don't have a
Have you got-
blowpipe.
You don't have a
bow and arrow?
got no
No, I don't have
range
any
weapons.
range. No, I've got no range weapons at all.
What happened to the blowpipe?
I think I left it in the cairn.
Oh, you did. You did. You
I dropped it and I left
dropped
it
it
in
and
the
you never
cairn.
retrieved it.
Oh,
Schoolboy error.
I'm going down with the amateurs.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
Excuse me, when I used it, I got awfully ribbed for it.
Is that why you left it?
Why don't you ask those 3 if they aren't prepared to just come up and kill the witch?
That ribbed blowpipe of yours, Cuthbert, does give extra pleasure, it has to be said. Especially when you're going down with amateurs.
Oh dear.
I'm going to go and stand next to Sessions.
Come, you must be able to do something.
There's absolutely nothing I can do.
Can't you borrow a crossbow off Sessions?
Does Sessions, do you have any ranged weapons?
I have a light crossbow.
There you go.
Well, can I take?
There you
Can I borrow your light crossbow, please?
You can
Make
lift
sure
it
you
off.
write it down on the character sheet.
Everybody stop.
now.
They're just-
I'm pretty certain I'll get it back because he will want the healing.
That's true.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so I'll go up, and I've moved and I've taken the crossbow. There's nothing else I can do.
Okay. Parker. This is kinda it, Parker.
Parker is running away.
Oh.
I don't know. Or actually, how seriously damaged does she look? Does she look like I could take her down with the last
I like the
blow?
way you frame that question. How seriously damaged does she look?
Yeah, how serious?
She
Not normally
looks
serious.
It's very difficult to say, Parker. She looks very significantly wounded. Whether or not she looks like one good blow would push her over the edge, I think that's too difficult for you to tell.
Does she look like she has that kind of manic, orcish,
She does. She looks
relentless endurance thing going right now?
Oh, I see. Does it look like she's? I don't know that you would be able to tell that either. But no, she doesn't look like she's teetering or running on fumes. She just looks like she's a bit fucked up.
Right.
So basically, the thing is, before she's up, we get 4 possible dice rolls, and basically, of those 4 dice rolls,
You have half of
we've
them.
got to do enough damage to get her down to the relentless endurance, and then we've got to do 1 more to tip her over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With armor class 19.
Could you try and push her off the ledge? Because it doesn't
20
know
foot
about her
drop.
armor there. And,
Yeah.
well, I don't know. No, that's
What kind of check is that? Is that a possibility?
it'll be your athletics versus her, either athletics or acrobatics check or something. I think that's right. So you might actually be better than trying to hit a higher arm class, and then she'd fall down, take the damage. I don't know whether if it's 2d6 or...
Yeah, it would be 1d6 probably.
Yeah, but the point is she won't be able to do melee attacks on us. That would be...
Yeah, but she'd be down the bottom with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Not being funny. But
Dan, you've got to be coming up. You've got to be shooting.
I am
Listen.
shooting. I'm doing damage on the other one.
But it's
Yeah, but that's
No one's
the
not
point.
saying
relevant.
anything.
It's just a zombie standing in a corner.
This woman is going to do... Basically, she's going to take one of us down this round.
Yeah, so then maybe the percentage game
I'm doing 1d6.
that he says from the back is just to grab her and jump off the edge. You're going down anyhow.
How many hit points you got?
Me, I've got 7.
I've got 1.
2.
How many have you got?
I got loads. I'm taking any damage.
Well, you take her over the edge then.
Don't you have any more of these fireball bombs things?
No, I'm totally spelled out. Oh, I've got fireball left.
You've got 5 of them left?
I think there's 4 now.
3. You've done 3.
And how much damage do they do?
86.
Why are you trying to attack her with a d4 damage dagger?
Because it's that or a fireball, and everybody's standing next to her.
But you can make the fireball go so that it doesn't hurt anybody.
Yeah. Oh, I withdraw.
Yeah.
You do the fireball such that it basically gets her on the right-hand edge of the fireball.
She goes next, so
Oh,
she'll
but
probably
she's
move
going to
it.
move up, isn't she?
What you could do is push her off the thing, get
Try
her
to.
away from us, and then I can throw a fireball at whatever direction she moves in.
Yeah.
I mean, if Burple can get... No, she might not get up to Burple. Well, even if she gets up to Burple,
Well-
she's not going to...
Why is she going to go for Burple?
She won't... If
She won't have a chance.
She won't be able to move up to Burple and attack. So she could move up to Burple, and then I throw the fireball, and then just catch her in the radius. So it'd be just trying to push her off the ledge. I think if you just move
Yeah, I
away,
can-
she'll
I can-
move up.
So did we work out what the mechanics are of pushing her off the ledge?
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
I think it's an acrobatics versus whatever check.
My acrobatics.
Sorry,
versus-
your athletics versus her, where she can decide whether it's athletics or acrobatics. I think might be wrong. I haven't got the rule book.
Does shoving a creature is an attack action? You can use a special melee attack to shove a creature, either to knock it prone or push it away from you.
Yeah.
The target must be no more than one size larger than you. It must be within your reach.
You make a strength athletics check.
Against strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics, their choice. If you win the contest,
Yeah. Don't you push us directly into the 5-foot square directly away from?
Well, you could move away, disengage. She moves up to you, and then I do a fireball that the radius she's just caught in.
Well, yeah, she's
Without
basically
you.
going to move up and attack sessions, and then you can do fireball in the radius.
I think Parker's got to disengage.
I am disengaging.
I think Sessions got to go and have a go at her. She's going to probably have a bash at Grimbold.
Yeah, disengage is an action, Parker, just to clarify. So it uses up one of your actions, and then you can take a move action with it. So you get a single move.
Ah, okay. So 8 squares.
So you're running along the gallery directly away from her, past Cuthbert, past Sessions.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. And now it's
Sessions.
you've done, so it's now a Sessions round.
okay. Well, I'm going to have another go with the bonus
Oh, yeah.
action to whack up with the spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
13. Obviously, my spirit's not in it. Then I will use my action to toll the dying on her again.
Okay, she's going to make a wisdom save. She rolls a 9. Her wisdom save bonus is serious, though, and I have a nasty feeling that that's
It's
going to
more than
be
4.
enough. Yeah, that's going to be enough. She saves.
Very depressing. And then I guess I'll use my move action to reposition myself next to my colleagues.
Okay, so you've got Parker, Sessions, and Cuthbert are all stacked up in a little row on the gallery, backing away from the evil priestess, and Grimbold and her are in a little tussle in the corner, and it's her action. So she is going to attack Grimbold. She doesn't really seem to have much of an option. She is going to move the spiritual weapon with a bonus action up towards Parker, but critically, because of the range, she can move it up towards him, but she can't move it far enough for him to get a strike because he's 20 foot up as well. So she's going to move it up so that it's up next to you guys, but she doesn't get a strike with it. And then she's going to attack Grimbold. She's going to have a single swing with the glaive, rolling an 8, hitting armor class 14.
Right, here I've got to roll a 6 or more to see if it hits a mirror image.
Oh, yes.
So I'm going to roll d20 and add, see what it comes out as. It comes out as 2. Do I want to use my dice? I just got 1 dice.
You've got 1 dice. You'd have to roll. Yeah, you'd get to roll that again and add a d6.
Anybody suggest I should do that?
I'd do it, Johnny. Well, I
Yeah.
don't know. You've got lots of hit points. You'll
Yeah,
do.
all right. I'll do it. I'll use an dice.
Okay, so re-roll that and add a d6.
It does get a duplicate,
Yeah. Okay.
and the duplicate's armor is armor class
She's at-
10 plus my dex modifier, so it's 13. So
Oh,
she
she's
hit.
hit it. Yep. So she destroys 1 duplicate.
Okay.
But still, that's fantastic. That's
Has she got another attack? Or?
no, that's it. That is fantastic. The only other thing that happens is she goes,
Join me, my zombie guardian.
and this zombie starts trudging its way very belatedly around the parapet and gets up to where the statue is lying against the viewing gallery. And we move on to Burple. Oh, and sorry, a final point. You can hear the scuttling of feet, Parker, Sessions, and Cuthbert. You can hear a scuttling of feet down that little staircase you came up. You presume that that is the sound of the tiefling cultists making their escape.
Okay.
Sorry, now we get to Burple.
Okay, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and
Okay, so
shoot
you're
her.
going up to the corner, then you're going to try and shoot her up on the parapet. Yep.
Yeah, with my this is where I miss because obviously I've hit every other time, so I'm going to miss.
Yeah,
now,
she's got a
but
great
it's
armor
really
class. She's got a little
important.
bit of cover. And you miss.
5. There you go.
Predicted that, didn't you?
Yeah, and we move on to Grimbold. Now, Grimbold, it's your moment.
Right. So now I'm going
This is
to
your
move. You want
moment.
attack of opportunity?
Yeah,
Why do you? Why
yeah. She'll take the attack of opportunity. I understand what you're doing there, Grimbold. Armor class 13.
No.
Oh, she misses.
Oh, hang on. Do I get to choose about the?
No, it's the mirror image is either it is or it isn't.
No,
So
I think you might want to choose. No. Okay. So it's now 8 or more.
Okay.
It's duplicate.
Yep.
I'm
I'm going to
gonna-
do 20.
7.
7. So that was you, and it was a miss.
Yeah. Which is good. I don't lose a mirror image.
Yep.
Sorry, what was the armor class again?
She hit armor class 14 with
No,
her
that's
hit.
a miss.
It's a miss
Okay,
anyway.
so 5, 10, 15. I'll go there.
Mhm.
20.
So you back up to the viewing gallery.
Yeah, and then I'm throwing a fireball at her.
Okay, she gets to make a dexterity save. DC 16,
It's a 15.
DC 15 dexterity save. She rolls a 3 and fails that save.
Fucking
Ooh,
finally.
this is
Hurrah.
tight.
Okay.
This is
so
tight. How much
she
damage?
saved 35.
35 damage. And
really well on
she
those.
is blasted to nothing, but
Well, not if she's a half orc.
she's not a half orc, she's an orc.
Oh, right. Well, then it's going to be. It's not gonna be
Actually,
worse.
no. It does not apply in this case. She is toast.
What? Why?
Well, because orcs don't have that.
Eh? What? Half
Going
orcs?
half orcs would do.
How does that work?
I don't know, but I'm just looking at orc, and orc, it seems to say, is not a thing.
Orcs don't have relentless endurance, but half orcs do.
Well,
That's interesting.
I don't know what to say. That's what it seems.
I think
to
it's a
be.
character thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's obviously.
Yeah, she doesn't have it. She doesn't have it.
4 fireballs.
God for that.
And she is toast. Absolutely scorched. Gone.
She was
Destroyed.
seriously dangerous.
Oh, I've only got 2 left, I think.
You
Well,
have 2 left, but that's
brilliant.
almost as if, isn't it, that somehow fate looked forwards into your future, saw a giant, very dangerous combat, and somehow put in your path something that would be useful in just these circumstances. Right, okay, so what are you going to do?
I'm moving back up towards her, away from the zombie.
Yeah, so we've got the zombie left. Okay, and it's
And that's
Cuthbert's
it.
round.
So Cuthbert is going to move a bit further forward towards where she was, and is going to try and shoot the zombie with the crossbow.
Yep.
Graham, I'm just going to roll a d20 and you
Well,
let me know.
20. You add your dexterity modifier and your proficiency bonus. Oh, it's a 20.
It's a 20.
It's a lucky crossbow.
So, you've got a decision
So-
to make. Do you want to go for double damage on the crossbow, which is what, a D6?
No.
It's a D8.
You've got to use the accent. Right?
It's a D8.
You do.
Oh, okay. Cuthbert, thanks for coming down. You're doing very well so far. You've rolled a 20, Cuthbert. You've got a big decision to make.
Yeah.
Now, you've got a D8 damage, and that's doubled. Yes, it goes into
Yeah.
the doubler. Yeah, and that number's going to come out, and that could be very significant. Or, Cuthbert, now, settle down, audience. Do you want to take that damage, or do you want to gamble?
I think I'm going to gamble.
He's going to gamble, everybody.
So what do I have to do now?
You're going to make a straight hit, Cuthbert. A straight hit on it. Just roll to hit again. Rolling a...
20.
Oh, it's another 20, Cuthbert.
Lovely.
That is what you needed. So let us deal a critical card.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Going to Cuthbert.
With a sharp stick, double damage, and the target must make a DC 12 dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the target loses an eye.
Oh, okay. That's not
So it's
massively problematic for a zombie, but I get the general idea. Well, roll the double damage.
The dumble damage. Roll the dumble
what is it D8 the damage? The first D8 does 1. Second D8, so I've got 6 and plus my dex,
It's still
Yep.
alive.
9 in total.
Okay, it looks very, very close to losing its undead status and becoming one of the dead. It has to make a saving throw or lose an eye. It fails that saving throw. I'm going to say that it's now at disadvantage when it attacks Grimbold any second from now.
What?
Brilliant.
Before then, Parker might make a difference. Parker's not going to make a difference. He's hiding in the corner. What's Parker going to do?
And you got any shuriken or something like that?
Hold on. Yes, I can do produce flame
Yep.
on
It.
the one down next to the statue.
That's
not the
Gorbags.
zombie.
That's
I can't-
Gorbags. There's nothing.
Gorbags we're not attacking.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't got range.
I think by now
to
Gorbags
hit the
is
zombie.
Gorbags is frantically pulling at the double doors, trying to escape.
I think I might just have to heal myself.
Okay, sensible.
Yeah, I will do a cure wounds on myself.
Okay,
1d8 plus 2.
okay. What you get?
Right. 10. Oh, nice. 10 points.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Sessions.
Sessions. Okay, I'm going to use my short little legs to run up next to Cuthbert.
Yes.
Move action. I'll do Cure Light Wounds on Cuthbert.
Oh, lovely.
Sorry, can I take my move action as well? I can basically move right up to past Cuthbert.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 1d8 plus 3.
1d8 plus 3 for me. I'm assuming you want me to roll it.
Oh, why not? Yeah.
Okay. So I'm rolling a 1d8. I get 5 plus 3 is 8 points of healing. Thank you very, very much.
And then I'll use my bonus action to fling the crushing coin against the zombie.
Yes. Make the roll. This could be it.
13. No, 12.
12 is a hit. Thing has got
Oh.
absolute garbage armor class.
And it takes
loads of hit points.
7.
7 points of damage. Okay, it's got to make a roll, a fortitude save. DC 12. Not a fortitude save, I'm sorry. I'm playing Pathfinder. Constitution save to see whether or not it can stay standing. It rolls saves. So it kind of looks like it's about to topple over, and then it just sort of summons up a last remnant of energy, and it gets around and it plods up to Grimbold, and it strikes at Grimbold with its slam attack, and it rolls a 14, hitting armor class 19 with the slam attack.
Okay, I'll see if I need 8 or more to swap in a duplicate.
Mirror images.
So here we go. I roll a 18. So
Oh,
it gets
it's an image, and that's the end of it. And so now we go on to Burple.
Burple will step away from the wall and shoot it once again with his hand crossbow.
With his hands.
With his hand crossbow, hitting armor class 13.
It's a hit, and it's
Oh, it's a
dead.
hit. Oh,
Hey.
shoots it with his hand crossbow.
Hurrah.
Thank you.
Nicely
God for
done.
I thought that was a TPK.
Yeah,
Well-
it looked like it for a while.
We were close.
Yeah, I was getting a little bit concerned. I mean, I wasn't getting concerned. I was getting hopeful. Let's be honest. But
I
the
mean, opening the door to the south was lucky.
statue made a big difference.
And Grimbold didn't do that much, but, you know, he did something.
Loot the body.
That was a good combat.
That was a good combat. To begin with, it was like, how the fuck are we going to manage this?
I'm completely spelled out.
What
Me too.
we need to rest.
We
can
need to.
We need to completely rest.
We can lock ourselves in here quite well, as far as I can work out.
I can't see anybody really disturbing us.
Well, I can, but I think it's as good a place as any.
Okay.
Well, if not in
Half a
here, we can lock ourselves in the prayer room that they all ran out of.
There's that, or the one on the opposite side of the corridor at the bottom.
Yeah, or where this tapestry is. I think where obviously those guards were holed up. and we can go and have a quick look down there
Yeah.
because they've all buggered off. That must be something.
Well, we can search the bodies, search the place, find a place to hole up. I think we've got a bit of time now, but never know.
Now then, I'd like to search her body, please, if I may.
Okay, what does she have on her?
Mike, are we going up a level?
No, we'll just get into that in a bit.
Why don't we get into it now? Okay, we search everywhere and all the bodies.
Hold up. So let's. Things are not as straightforward as they may appear. Let's start with searching her. Yep.
Yep. What's her name?
Her name was Theldrek.
Yep.
And Theldrek has the following thing on her. First of all, she has a ring on her that seems magical.
Me.
That sounds like mine. I'll do ritual detect magic on everything.
So you're going to stop for a minute and do all of that, are you?
Does anyone think we shouldn't?
No, I think we need a long rest, don't we?
We're going to need a long rest anyway, so we might as well
You don't think you're going to be immediately disturbed. The only person you can actually see now is Gorbags, who can't get out through that double door.
Yeah, so let's just keep going. If we need to take a minute, we'll take a minute.
I think it's 10 minutes, isn't it?
It's a ring of protection.
Plus
one.
Has my name written on it.
I need...
Yeah.
Anything else?
She's wearing half plate, and that half plate is +1 half plate.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
She has a scroll on her, and it's a scroll of Dispel Magic.
Woo. Whoop.
Otherwise, her weapons are not magical. There's a heavy crossbow. That, as far as I know, is all she has on her. Let me just absolutely double check.
What about the glaive?
The glaive is a standard glaive. I mean, it's a great big
Okay.
bastard thing, but it's not in and of itself.
There's the gem in the statue.
Gem in the... so are you going to try and prize out the gem from the forehead of the statue?
Well, you've pretty much defiled the statue already.
That gem is worth 800 gold pieces.
Okay.
Anything on the junior cleric or the other person that we fried accidentally?
No, they don't have anything. They have maces on them. Standard maces. The zombies don't have anything on them, obviously, apart from zombiness.
Anything on the tieflings?
The tieflings that you've fought so far don't have anything magical on them, no.
Okay.
And also, you'd have to. Well, I mean, it's up to you. Are you going to emerge? I mean, so you're in a kind of little bubble now. The double doors are locked, and the only way in and out of where you are is through the little side door that Parker opened. I'm assuming that you're staying inside that part of the complex.
Yes.
But there are the stairs down. There's the stairs down back to where Parker and Sessions came up, and they know that there were further bits that they could look at. There was a closed door on the other side of what looked like a little guard room, and then you've got stairs next to the throne that head down.
I think we were going to go and stay in either the prayer room, which all the cultists came out of, or the opposite bedroom on the other side of the corridor and rest up.
So you weren't going to go and look at these other rooms?
Yeah, no, we are. I'm going to.
So which way are you going to go, Burple? You can go down the stairs that lead down from the throne, or you can go down the stairs that Parker and Sessions came up.
I'm going to look down the stairs that go down by the throne.
Yeah, okay. Or what you can see down there is it looks like you're looking down into a sort of chapel or something. There's flickering light. Looks like there's probably a couple of torches down there. You can't see them from where you're standing because it's like a chamber that runs down to the south of you but seems to open out to the left, and that is where the torchlight is coming from. So you can't actually see the source of the light. You can see, I think, from where you're standing at the angle, looking down the stairs into the room, you can see the edge of an altar.
Right.
And that's pretty much what you can see from where you're standing without heading down into the chamber itself.
I could do a ritual detect magic.
I'm already doing it if you want.
Okay, well, what I'm going to do, ritual detect magic, move down, and just so that I can detect up to the other side of the room. Detect magic in that room.
Yeah, there's magic in that room.
Is there?
Yeah.
Coming from where?
Well, for starters, you think that the two torches that are flickering away might be ever-burning torches.
Nice. Okay.
That's kind of it that you can directly attribute from where you're standing.
Okay. The altar is
You
not
can
magic.
see that there is a tapestry that looks like it seals off the southern end of that room.
Okay.
You're not sure kind of what sits behind that.
So Grimbold, you got loads of hit points, right?
No, tapestries are always trapped. So long rest, level up.
I'm not sure we're going to be able to long rest, so I just want to have a quick look down there. Got the detect magic running.
Yeah, so there's no magic in that room. There is a tapestry to your right. So you're running all the way around the other stairs, going down the stairs that Sessions and Parker came up.
That's right.
And you're going into the same set of rooms, as it were, but from a different angle. The first room you come across looks like it was a little guard post. There's a couple of stools where guards probably just kind of sat around out on and played cards.
Yep.
There's a tapestry on the southern wall, which basically depicts Bann Shivu, howling orcish figure with a wide open maw, and lots of around the figure, lots of sort of intermingling images of open mouths and teeth and weapons. That's what you can see. There's a door on the other side of that chamber.
Nothing else, no magic in that room, no
magic in that room, no.
Well, while he's off doing that, then I'm going to wander down.
So Sessions is going down the other stairs.
Whereabouts are the ever-burning torches?
You'd have to walk down into that chamber proper.
Mm-hmm. I also have Detect Magic ritual running, so I want to know where they are.
You can't see them from where you're standing. You're walking down some stairs into a chamber, which opens off to the left into an area that you can't see.
Mm-hmm.
You think that the torches are flickering there, so you'd have to walk down into the chamber to actually see them.
Okay, well, I'm going to cautiously edge down.
Okay, and you can see an altar, small stone altar, that's standing between two torches. Those two torches are the ever-burning torches. There's a red tapestry behind the altar, emblazoned with a symbol of Bann Shivu, which is a glaive piercing a wooden shield.
Mm-hmm.
There are 4 statues of men clad in chainmail and leather masks, each carrying a greatsword, standing along the wall. They're not radiating magic, and they look like they really are just statues.
And there's a tapestry at the end. Is there any light behind it?
There's a little dim light coming from the tapestry at the end, yeah. There's one more detail. On the altar is a mirror. It's a freestanding mirror in a frame. So it's got a base, 2 prongs, stands, so that the mirror can be tipped.
Yep.
It's like a dressing mirror.
It's not magical.
There's a weird magical trace coming off it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you need to do to roll to find out precisely what, but there is something going on there with that mirror.
Good question.
I think it might be an Arcana check.
It'd be some sort of divination thing, wouldn't it?
Probably.
Deity or...
While he's
Possibly.
doing that, Mike, I want to go and listen up at that door. Moving
Okay,
quietly.
you can't hear anything. Silent as the grave on the other side of that door.
Is it open? I'll try the handle.
It's open.
I'll open the door.
Okay.
I will go up and follow Burple.
You open up a corridor that leads away from you to the east, heading towards where you think Sessions must be rooting around.
Mm-hmm.
There's a door 20 foot up on your right,
Mm-hmm.
and then the corridor seems to open up into a room. You can see a little table.
Okay.
There's no signs of life of any sort.
Okay, go up to that other door, prodding carefully.
The door on the right?
Carefully, yeah. Listen at it.
Okay,
Moving
yeah,
quietly.
there's no sounds.
Open it.
I'll follow.
Okay,
Open it.
and it opens up into a chamber. The chamber is looks like a kind of barrack room. There's a couple of sets of bunk beds set along the far wall from you.
Okay, I'll take one of the top
15
bunks.
foot by 20 foot. There's a thick bearskin rug between them. There are wooden stools arranged around the rug.
Yeah, I'll wee on the other bed, and I'll take the one remaining bed that I haven't weed on.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Please.
They're absolutely tiny, these beds. You
Are
can
they?
put them in your pocket. Yeah.
Excellent.
By the way,
yeah.
before
Well, I'll do that
before
then.
you go on there, what did we see on when we were at the door
Mhm.
that we just opened?
Yeah.
What did we see left and right? If I look, there's you said there was a tapestry to one
there's
side,
to
and
the
then there was
yeah.
an opening to the other side.
Yeah, the chamber you just passed through was a very a simple little 10 foot by 15 foot chamber. It's effectively like a widening of the corridor. Yeah, and on the right hand side, the southern side, there was a tapestry showing Bann Shivu, and there were a couple of stools that looked like they were basically used by guards or something, and that's pretty much all you've got. This room that you're now looking into, there's a weapon rack in there. On that rack there are javelins, there's a long bow, there are quivers filled with arrows, and there is a sword. Your detect magic does not detect any magic from those items, Burple.
I'll take the long
Right,
bow
well, I'm
from-
going to go and join them,
Mm-hmm.
and it might be useful if I took the longbow.
Oh, you want the longbow?
I'd like a range
There,
weapon.
there isn't a longbow in here. I don't know where you got that impression. There's no longbow.
Where are you hiding it though?
On my back.
Right,
I mean-
it's a longbow. You've hidden it down your trouser, and it's sticking up out of the top of your arm. It's like longbow. What longbow?
I'm not sure, Burple. There's room for both the bed and the longbow in your pocket.
I think it's knowledge arcana, so Grimbold, you'd probably be good at that.
Yeah, knowledge arcana for the mirror. Yeah, to work out
I'm -1 Arcana.
Okay, I'm naught, so I'll have a go.
Grimbold's thick as 2 planks.
Parker, are you pushing on down the corridor to the end?
Yeah.
14 knowledge arcana on the mirror, Mike.
It's got a divination aura. It's a weird divination aura, though. It doesn't seem to make that much sense to you. First of all, it seems to be faint, but it seems like there's more kind of magical energy somehow locked away, but you're not quite sure why or what. I'm just very quickly trying to keep up with you guys. So
Prodding as I go.
yeah. So you're going to prod up further up that corridor, it opens out into a chamber. That chamber looks like a bedroom. There's a pair of torches. They cast strange shadows. The walls are blood red. There are 2 wooden chairs set opposite each other around a small round table. On the table there is a thick leather-bound book, a rusty dagger, a quill, an ink pot, several sheets of parchment, and then a wooden screen to your south blocks off part of the room, and past that screen there is a bed, a double bed, covered in blankets and furs.
Okay, I'll go up to the table, look at the stuff on the table. Any of it magical?
No, the book and so forth are not interesting. No, they're not interesting. Where are you searching?
Nothing on the table is interesting.
I'm going to go and look under the bed.
Yeah. And
In that room?
And I'm going to go down and have a
Yeah.
look at the curtain.
Okay, so one at a time. There is a chest hidden under the bed, Cuthbert, in that little room.
I'll just open it. Don't tell anybody.
And
Yeah.
well, it's up to you what you want to do with it. But you can. Okay, so you can
What's in
pull that chest out. I don't know what you want to do with it.
Ooh, how's it? Is it locked? How's it secured? Is it just a lid or what?
It's locked. It seems to be locked. It's held fast. Yeah, it looks like you need a key.
Did any of the bodies have a key?
Are you going back to search back in the main room?
yes.
I'm searching the throne area.
Well, what you find on the throne, Grimbold, are a series of jeweled buttons built into the arm, and they look like they operate those double doors.
Right.
And you can work out that one of the buttons opens the doors, one of them closes the doors, one of them locks the doors. As you experiment with that, you inadvertently free Gorbag Spenge to run screaming off into the rest of the thing.
And all the horde of cultists pressing against the door.
No,
suddenly
it sounds
burst
like
into the room.
It sounds like there are people out in that big cathedral room that you first came down to in the lift, sort of arguing between themselves about what to do next. The lift seems to have stopped moving.
I've got thieves' picks and tools. Can I pick the lock?
Well, give it a go.
Yep. I get a
No luck.
no
Bonk.
luck.
Doesn't
3
work.
on the dice.
And behind the curtain?
Yeah, let's pick up with Sessions behind the curtain. So, Sessions, behind that curtain, you find a bedchamber. Your guess is that it's the bedchamber of Theldrek herself.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cramped chamber, Sessions. It's sparse. There's a small bed set in the corner to the left. Next to the bed is a short table. It's holding a leather-bound book and an ink pot and a stone key and several scrolls. There's a small chair with velvet cushions before the table. On the wall to the right, there's a weapons rack, and on that rack there is a mace, 2 flails, and a light crossbow. None of them radiate magic.
Anything in the room radiate magic?
Well, yes. First of all, the scrolls, your detect magic, it's revealing an aura, but no, you can't determine a specific aura on the scrolls.
Can you just read the titles of the scrolls without making it, or do they blow
Well,
up?
when you look at them, they appear to be blank. The book seems to have is not magical, but seems to be some kind of journal. The stone key isn't magical, but it is marked with a symbol, and you know that symbol, Sessions, because of your religious background. It is the symbol of the Grey Woodsman, the Feller of Souls. It's an axe embedded in a tree stump.
Not sure what that means yet, but
No, you're not sure what that means. And that is all there is in that room.
okay.
All right.
Search the room. Search under the
Well,
bed.
who's searching in where?
I'm searching in the main this bedroom that I've found, and then the altar room.
So are you all working your way through
Yeah, we'll search it. Yeah.
Parker?
Yeah.
When you step into Sessions is searching around in what looks like Theldrek's bedchamber. There's the sort of
Yeah.
chapel room with the altar and the mirror and so forth.
Yeah.
When you kind of look round the corner of that room you're in, because you've now joined up with yourselves,
Yeah.
you catch a glimpse of that mirror, Parker. And when you look into that mirror, something weird happens.
Is it something like the sensor?
Something odd happens. There is some weird vision that suddenly leaps into your mind.
Yeah.
And when you're looking at the mirror, it starts to ripple, and forming within the mirror itself is circular, but forming within the mirror is a square, and that square area of the round mirror starts to ripple like the surface of water. And you realize that you are looking at water. You're looking down at water. You can actually see a broken reflection as if you're looking into the surface of a pool, but you can't tell if it's you or if it's somebody else because the image is too broken. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the water starts to recede away from you. It's dropping away into the mirror, and you realise that you're looking down, and you're looking down a shaft,
Yeah.
like a well or something, and that water is receding from you. And when it's dropped a certain distance from you, you see a barrel just bobs up into the surface of that water and just rolls around in the surface of that water, and then the vision disappears.
Yeah, that's weird.
And then it turns back into the mirror.
Yeah, you
again,
shake it off, and it's just a mirror again, and the others don't see anything.
Right. Well, I tell everybody else what I saw, obviously.
Okay,
And then what happens if I go away from the mirror and come back to it again?
nothing happens.
Can I make an Arcana check on that mirror?
It's got a divination aura on it.
There's nothing else to be gleaned. Okay.
No.
Does it look like we can take the mirror?
Yeah. It's a freestanding thing. You just pick it up.
Do I recognize any similarities between this and the sensor back in the monastery?
What I mean, no, not particularly. I mean, the sensor is a highly polished mirror that's effectively for looking at the stars. It's a little like the mirror that you'd have for
Right,
a telescope.
right.
This is just a freestanding ornamental mirror.
Okay.
Whether
right.
or not this mirror is keyed to you personally, or it genuinely shows visions to those that are selected, or maybe the mirror itself is irrelevant and it's just something that's to do with you and looking into mirrors and seeing visions. It's impossible to determine.
Well, I'll look in the mirror. Does it do anything
No.
for me?
No, it's just a mirror.
Okay.
Interesting.
So,
Can I make any kind of sort of Arcana check on what I've seen?
Do you have the Arcana skill?
I do have the Arcana skill.
Well, give it a go.
Hang on.
Does it look anything like the mirror we found in the Whispering Cairn?
A 17.
A 17. So one question at a time. First of all, Grimbold's question. It's similar in the sense that it's of the similar construction. What you saw in the Whispering Cairn, you don't think was a mirror, but we're talking about the same kind of idea. A stand with two uprights and something on a swivel mount that sits between them. So it's the same kind of idea, except the thing that was on the swivel mount in the cairn, very difficult to tell because only the frame was left and only bits of it. And your assumption, because you found those little shards of black glass, was that they were what was in it. So, but it's not quite the same. To your Arcana check, Parker, you, especially if you kind of check in with Sessions and his impression from his look at the mirror, this concept that it's got a weak divination aura, but that there is a sort of stronger power behind it, that keys into what your experience is. You think that somehow, for some reason, that its greater power was unlocked when you looked at it, but that now when you look at it again and you've looked into it once and other people are looking into it, it now just seems to have a weak divination aura, but still with that sense that there's something sitting behind it.
So it's as if we triggered a spell which is now gone.
That's exactly what it is like, yes.
So it might be a mirror
So we-
that does the same sort of thing. It might be by a different tribe or these Winju.
It could be. I mean,
So
that mirror in the Whispering Cairn is unknowably ancient. This thing does not seem to be unknowably ancient.
It looks a bit cruder, does it?
The artifact in the Whispering Cairn, it was not a mirror. In terms of workmanship, it was of the highest kind of quality you suspect before it was damaged. This thing is not of the greatest quality. It seems to have just been imbued with some kind of weird divination power. And so that is about it. Yes, Parker, that's kind of what you think. And we can look at what's in Theldrek's journal next time. You can have a chance to read it as you take your long rest and go up to 4th level.
Hey!
And I think we will leave things there. Thanks very much,
Fabulous.
and good night.
Super.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Brilliant.
All right.
The Billowing Hilltop podcast is a Billowing Hilltop production. Dungeons & Dragons is a trademark of Wizards of the Coast. The Three Faces of Evil and Age of Worms are copyright Paizo. Music is from Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech.com and is used with thanks under the Creative Commons license. Additional music and sound effects come from the wonderful Sirenscape. All other original material is copyright Billowing Hilltop. Role-playing games are all about getting people together, and we use Roll20 as our tabletop, the perfect place to host your game, and Discord to host our chat. Thanks for listening!